What up, everybody? It's your boy Neo, and I am back for part 2 of this God section. Like I always say, that my website probably has over 130 pages on it, and each of it is missing half, and it's just this God section. We went over the first two. I got my little cheat sheet here. First one, of course, is acknowledge the watcher. All right. Just it's a feeling. I can't even really describe. It's a feeling. Just acknowledge the watcher. You know what I'm saying? The second thing, accept that he sees all that you think. Everything that you think. So be real when you're talking to him. You know what I mean? Him, her, whatever you wanna, and accept that there's no punishment. You'll only be punished if you expect to be punished for your thoughts. It's you. It's who you are. All right. God knows who you are. This next section, all right, this is the thoughts become things section. You guys all know how I feel about thoughts become things. I know it. I use it to get everything that I want and need out of life. Most of the stuff I use it to get is for free. And there's more than a couple reasons why you have to switch this. I don't know how else to ask you or whatever, but you got to switch this, okay? You have to, when you talk to God, remember it's the emotion that's getting across, not your words. Remember the car, it's alright. That encompasses millions of thoughts and just come up with a phrase, it's alright. God doesn't hear it's alright. He feels all this. He knows all this. He's drawing the big conclusions, looking at the big picture, alright? So, if you can think of everything you're saying to God, all the emotion that you're thinking, and just basically make it so that just think of it like a mirror. Whatever you say or think to God, He's going to do whatever He has to do to make you say or think it again. So don't bring no drama His way. You're not going to talk to God and be like, oh, I hate this about my life, and I hate that about my life, and why is this person got to be like this to me? God put you in that circumstance. He purposely got you there, put you there. He's giving you life, you're breathing, you're eating good, so what, this person's treating you bad? You know what I mean? And you're sitting here complaining, all up in his face. Oh, I don't like this, I don't like that, I don't like this, I don't like that. But you ain't mentioning the fact that you're healthy. You walking unlike the people who paralyzed. You got 10 fingers and 10 toes unlike the people who don't. You're taking for granted 99.9% of your stuff in your life, and you're complaining about the stuff that's happening right now to you that you're not comfortable with. It's not even that bad. To some people, it is, but to most of you, it's not. Okay? So, thoughts become things will keep you from complaining to God, saying what you're giving me ain't good enough. I deserve better. Come on now. You wouldn't say that to your boss like that. Then why are you going to say it to God like that, who's infinite times bigger than your boss? You know what I mean? Now, so that's a good way right there, a good reason that you shouldn't, that you should make sure thoughts become things is embedded into you. It's a mirror. Back in the day, the genie, you rub the bottle and the genie comes out and gives you 3 wishes. It used to be, back in the day, used to be infinite wishes. Okay? You rub, feel, and you get infinite wishes. Feel it in here. Your wish is my command. Your wish is my command. Every thought you have. Why does my boss treat me like that? Your wish is my command. I'll do what I have to do to make you say that again, to mirror that. Why is this person acting like that? Your wish is my command. Life is great. Your wish is my command. You're so good to me. God, thank you. Your wish is my command. I'll do whatever I have to do to make you think that again. Okay? So even if you're not, because I know a lot of people, it's so funny, they believe in thoughts become things when it's something good. But when something bad comes to them, they're so, what's the word I'm looking for? Defensive. I wasn't thinking negatively. No, that wasn't me. Like, people are so funny. Their egos are so funny. It's cool. You can't really control. Your subconscious controls the normal thoughts that are being thrown at you all day. Okay? You can't really control that. And it's based off of what it's used to throwing at you, coupled with what it sees and what's going on around you. And that's why I don't watch the news. With messed up stuff happening all the time, messed up situations, people coming to you complaining about all this other stuff, of course you're going to think negative thoughts. You're going to water negative seeds until you release yourself from all those people, like I did. Then you won't have no distractions, except for the little bit of negativity your kids bring home. My daughter's coming home every day and she's like, this girl and that girl, and they talking trash to each other, and da-da-da. I'm like, man, don't even give them your energy. But anyway, that's kitty stuff. She's a sophomore. We all know how it was in high school. But if you get rid of all that negativity, and even if you don't believe in thoughts become things like getting objects, this is good enough. This will keep you on track with God. If you just want to talk to God, acknowledging the watcher, being in a one-on-one conversation with God, and saying the right things, it just feels good. It feels right. Remember I was talking about if you think you should be punished, you're going to get caught and punished. Okay? So, feeling good about what you're saying helps with all of that. Its thoughts become things. It helps from like 8 different categories. It's just an explosion of good. It is an explosion of good. You're staying positive. You're respectful in this conversation with the grand creator. You know what I'm saying? Because here's the thing. You don't have complete control. So you can say certain things and in your mind be like, I don't feel bad about that. But remember that little knot? Deep down inside, you feel a little guilty because what you learned from those 10 years of going to church every Sunday, from your old school grandparents or parents that was really into that, you can't do this and you can't do that, and you can't dream big, and you know what I mean? Like, what you've been taught, you kind of got to get all those bad habits out of there. You got to get all those bad habits out of there. When I was in the police academy, they used to tell us that people who never shot before were the easiest to teach to shoot because they don't have all the bad habits that experienced shooters might have. And as a firearms instructor myself, I agree with that. You know, I became a firearms instructor and I immediately identified with that. Like, I got you, man, and it makes sense. You know what I mean? Old habits are hard to break, especially small. But that's, I mean, we're off topic a little bit. You know, get me talking about cop stuff. Thoughts become things is something you're just gonna have to. It's got to be a part of your life. It's got to be a part of your life. You have to fear negative thoughts, and you have to know that thinking, why's that got to be like that? Is only creating a tomorrow where you're sitting here saying again, why's that got to be like that? When you really, really get that embedded, when you really get that deep rooted into your head, it means something. It sticks and it means something. You know what I mean? And you'll actually be the watchman at the gate. And stop. I called the watchman at the gate. I got that from the movie The Secret. Just picture a gate. And you're the watchman there. You're the security guard. And you're chilling back, falling asleep. And the gate goes open and all these random thoughts pass through. The subconscious is throwing the thoughts at you that it's used to throwing at you all day long based off of what it knows and what it sees and what's going on around it. And then you step in and go, oh, you know what? I'm going to have eggs for breakfast. And then as you're walking down the stairs, the watchman at the gate is just letting all these random thoughts pass through again. And it's like, you got to be the watchman at the gate. And it's hard to do 60,000 thoughts a day on average per person. That's a lot. But guess what? Your life, your future, the future of you, your family, the people around you, your kids, depends on that. It depends. It's completely and 100% dependent on that. Only 2 things we do as people all day, every day, and we can't really stop. Breathing and thinking. And you have to be able to think. There has to be intelligence going on in order for you to breathe. So that's number 1. It's that important. So it should obviously be studied. There should be a course called Thoughts in school. There really should be a course. Especially the fact that Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, Oprah Winfrey, they're all attribute all of their success to the phrase thoughts become things. That's what got me into it. Hearing them say, I attribute everything I have, everything I've done to this, good and bad. And it's like, that's what roped me in. And like, you know me, as soon as I learned it, I started using it and everything changed. Everything changed. I'm going to Dubai soon. I'm going to Miami right after my birthday. We're going to be we're in the Aston Martin Energy class. I'm not paying for any of it. And I was going to go down there next week just to fly my drones. See, there was two of them right there. You know, just because it's windy and cold in Jersey. And I'm not paying for any of that. Just thoughts become things. I just literally imagine myself there. And that I went there for free. And the next thing you know, one thing leads to another, and I'm on a plane. You know, it really is that simple. People, you really think, people are like, no, it's not. You can't do this. You can't just think things. I do it. I do it. And a lot of other people do it. We call them celebrities, millionaires, billionaires. They know about this. They know about this. They know how to pray. You could take a model who stands in the mirror and says, I'm the bomb, I'm sexy, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I'm that. They're literally placing orders with the universe, with God. It's like each thought is an energy dollar. God gives you energy to live. Each thought is an energy dollar. What are you spending your dollars on today? I'm spending my energy dollars on, I look good, I'm the shit, I'm fly, I'm whatever. And the universe does whatever it has to do to make me say again tomorrow, I look good, I'm fly. So they're literally praying. Every thought we have is literally a prayer. But that's the whole thoughts become things section. You guys can look that up on your own. There's a whole video. When you have a thought travels down your spine, releases from your lower back, then travels across the entire universe. Third law of motion demands that every action has an opposite and equal reaction, which means the universe will do whatever it has to do to make that thought travel back to you, opposite, and be thought again, which is the equal reaction. And this is a picture of a thought. As it leaves your body, you see it has different colors and levels and waves. It has meanings. There's a reason it's getting sent out. Not just just to go float off into the universe somewhere. Everything in life has a purpose. Every blade of grass grows green the way it's supposed to. It doesn't grow an arm or sprout out a townhouse. No, it has it has intelligence, it has a job, it has a purpose. That thought being sent out has a purpose. And the third law of motion is like gravity. You can't work your way around it. So many people I know think and feel and act like thoughts become things. Energy transfer doesn't have anything to do with them. It does. You are in this game with me. You are in this game with me. Are you winning or are you not? You know, this isn't like football where one of us has to win. This is like Ninja Warrior. This is why I like the Asian game shows or whatever, because in their game shows, unlike ours, everybody has a chance to win. Ours, it's like you only get one winner, and it's cutthroat and all this other stuff, and this island and that. Asian, in their like culture, everyone gets a chance to win. Everyone has an equal opportunity. I like that. Big ups to them. I like that. Okay? And this game is just like that. We both have an opportunity to win. We both have this opportunity to win. I'm winning. I don't know about you. I'm winning. I'm winning. And I'm not talking about what I've done up until this moment right now. I'm talking about for the future. I'm calling it. I'm winning. And I just watered a seed right there with that thought. I just watered a plant. And when that plant grows in front of me, it's going to be beautiful. That plant is thoughts become things. How's it go? I'm gonna try to recite the end parts of this poem if I can remember it. Damn. I don't know. Third law of motion demands that every action has an opposite and equal reaction. That means what you give off will come back to you. Some call that the laws of attraction. When you have a thought, it gets dispersed across the entire universe, then it gets reversed right back at you. And the world will do whatever it has to for the law of motion to maintain its statue. As a law, if you hate or don't appreciate that trend in your life, will continue. If what you've been doing doesn't have you excelling, then you should look into a different venue. But in order for change, you must change. And you got to know how. Knowledge is not only power, it's the key. What have you been focusing on? Between proactively thinking. Life's a garden and you've been watering seeds. And when they bloom, don't be surprised if what's in front of your eyes is the same thing you see daily or worse. Negative thoughts breed negative outcomes. Positive thoughts breed positive outcomes. Thoughts become things can be a gift or a curse. Like the times he was worried that his car would break down, and it did, the laws of motion struck again. And the times that he worried that the ones that he trusted weren't being such good friends. Or the millions of times that he meditated on a good life where he never had to work again. And now that's the life that he lives because he watered that seed despite the fact that he was broke with no ends. Listen carefully to what I said. Times were tough. He should have been sad, mad, and furious, chest full of pain. But he knew that if he let the negative thoughts play out, he'd only be manifesting those same things. So when the chips were down, he was up. When life told him he was stuck, he said, no, I'm in control of my thoughts. And since thoughts become things, I have all control. That makes sense, but that's not what we've been taught. That's just part of a poem that I got on my website. But yeah, the next step to this is the whole thoughts become things. And, we'll move on to the next step segment. I'll just call it segment 3. I'm squashing, like, the first video. I put, like, actually 3 steps in there. This was the 4th step, thoughts become things, and the 5th one. So the next one will be the 6th, but it's the 3rd video, so I'll just call it step 3. I'll see you on that one. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. Peace.